Hi everyone, I'm April. I'm Crafty Mom, and the weird sounds you're hearing are me trying a new camera angle, and with that comes I had to climb on a chair to see what my camera looked like. So we'll see if this works. That is my one of my craft helpers, Weiss. She had to come and see what was going on. So hopefully this will work. I'm going to try to keep everything in camera view. If I didn't say it already, my name is April. I am Crafty Mom. Wicked Crafty Mom. Gosh, I'm wicked crafty. So Weiss is just going to help me by batting everything around here. But I am going to show you how I'm going to work. It's kind of a journal with me today. I picked up, before COVID, I picked up several National Geographics from different times. I have some really cool ones from like 1967, I think. And it's talking about, there's articles in there about the Apollo 8 mission. So that was pretty cool because that was breaking news back then. So I got these magazines, and what I'm doing is I found these beautiful pictures from the Bahamas. I'm going to make a page in my journal, and it's going to be in my actual everyday journal. And so I'll show you as I put that together. Now what I have here, this magazine is from 2010. So I'm not wicked worried about... No. All right. Scram. Yeah, I know. Scram. There you go. Okay, she's content, but she's not on my stuff. She's being all weird today. Okay, so I'm going to cut this picture out that I decided I really liked while I was perusing this issue. There are a ton of gorgeous pictures in here, so I'm excited that I've got this to play with. And so I made this. I just made this just now. I measured. It's from a pizza or a lasagna box. It's just a spare piece of cardboard I had kicking around. And so I made a template so that I don't always have to bring my papers over to my... So I don't have to try to measure on the fly. I made a template just specifically for this book for the measurement that I need for any pages that I assemble. So that is what I did there. And I really like this picture here. And I'm just going to take my pen, assuming I can find it. Oh, there it is. From when I made the template. Okay, so I'm going to mark with my pen. And mark with my pen. And then I'm going to tear this because that's how I want this to, that's how I want the edges. So I'm going to tear the edges here. Where's the other edge? I just lost the other edge. There it is. Okay. Further down than I thought. Okay, and now I'm going to tear the edge. Oop. Here we go. There, I did it that way because I really like to keep as much together as I can, because there may be a time where I want to put something on a corner of a page like this and I don't need the whole paper. So I like to try to keep it together so that I can work with it how I see fit when I use it. So this is the base that I have for my picture, or for my journal entry. And I am going to actually take this page that I made the other day, with paint and gesso on a book page. And it was a book I had a duplicate of. And it looks like if I okay, just tear a little bit off. There. You know what? I kind of dig it that way. So I am going to leave it that way. And this is not a layout that I'm going to be doing with the stuff that I made, because this is just me making a page in my journal because I want to. So I've got my glue, and I'm going to, oh, no, I'm not going to just glue. I want to ink my edges first. So again, I'm using the Tim Holtz ink in Vintage Photo. Yep, should be the correct way. Vintage Photo. And this piece of text, as I've said in other videos, could have come also from a newspaper or a magazine or junk mail. That kind of thing. Receipts, maybe. If you wanted to do a page about, you know, $20 craft haul at the Dollar Tree, then maybe you want to put the receipt on here. So I'm going to cover my ink up so I'm so paranoid that this is going to dry out. Okay, so I also figured out that if I stick my pin between the magnets, it sticks. So that made me happy. Alright, putting my thin layer of glue down. I'm trying to get the lighting right on all this, but I don't know how well I'm succeeding. So I guess we'll find out. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to put the writing facing up anyway, even though it doesn't really matter. So now I have a pretty edge that I really like. And then, excuse me if I'm reaching across the camera here. My mom gave me a super cool idea that I'm going to do today. Nope. She did, and I'll do it another day, I think, because now I can't find what I was looking for, and it's going to take a little longer than I thought. So I have another thing I'm going to do instead. Okay, this is the thing I'm going to do. This is one of my paint cast-off sheets, if that makes sense. I used it with some, I was trying to play around with some kind of different textures and how it would react in tempera paint, because I had just bought tempera paint, and I wanted to see if I could get the tempera paint to act like acrylic. And if you've played with tempera paint, it is much thinner, but I was really hoping, because we were out at my particular dollar store, we were out of white acrylic paint. So I bought white tempera paint, and because I was buying white tempera paint, of course I had to buy a couple other colors. And so it works, but it doesn't work for what I was trying to accomplish. So it was a bit runnier than I wanted, which is fine if you want a watercolor look, but I was looking for an acrylic kind of look. And so this, I am going to actually rip this in half. And there we go. I like that. And I am hoping that this will work on fabric dries clear. Okay, so it looks like, sorry, I just spent time reading this. It looks like I may end up getting some bleed through from the glue through the vellum. Might look a little funky. I guess we'll find out. I'm gonna also spread it out, but I'm making a pocket out of vellum. And the trick I was going to show you is to make a pocket out of acetate from packaging and whatnot. But what I remembered is I need to dig out my brads if I'm going to do that, because I need a good way to hold it, unless I want to staple it, which I could do, I guess. Too late. I made this pocket. And I'll be able to not just, I will be able to not just write on the vellum, but I'll be able to tuck some paper in behind the vellum as well and use it to hold it. And I really like the simplicity of this particular layout. So I have this page that can go in. And it's ready. Oh, nope. Just got to ink the edge. Whoop. Just got to ink the edge here. And I like that rather than having like the crisp white. Personal preference. And so there is that, and that is all ready to go into my journal. And now I'm going to grab a piece of coffee dyed paper. Ooh, and this one has some pretty coffee marks on it that I really like. So I want this, I want that part. Well, you know what? I'm going to write on the back, because I'm going to glue on the back. And I still want this part. And so now I've been able to, make 2 pages without opening my book or worrying about trying to hold everything together while I'm trying to measure where how big my page needs to be. And that really fat journal that I made, I had a template for that too. And it was a different size. This book is a different size than I think what I typically want to use. And I think it's also a different size. I think it's going to challenge me a little bit, and I kind of like that, but I'm not sure that I love that. So, we'll see. Now this bench has been calling out for me, and I've resisted using this paper a couple times because of this particular bench. This bench looks like a beautiful place to relax to me. If I could get this bench and put it either on my deck or in my greenhouse, I would be very happy with that. And I don't want a whole lot on this page because I really want the focus to be on the bench. Because I think that's what I'm going to write about on this particular page, is why this bench calls out to me what I like about it, what it brings to mind. Oop. Okay, so I gotta put this, you can probably see my microphone cord, because my cat's a cat. Okay. So there's that. Yep, make sure you put it the right side up. Okay. Alright, but I am going to put I am going to I'm gonna put this on too. No, maybe not. I like that, but I think it's too much for that page. Okay, so I found some of this. I used this in my postage stamps one day. And I am just going to tear these flowers out. They're purple flowers. And I think they're very pretty, and I don't need a whole lot of them. I'm going to tear all the edges. There. And I'm going to ink because I like to ink. I don't know if I like the sound and if it's soothing for me, or I like the monotonous motion of inking my... I gotta try to figure out which way's up. This looks like it might be up. So I'm gonna glue and hope I was right. And that my... Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. Like that. It looks like that's up. Okay, so I am now just going to tear around this. Like that. And I'm going to leave a little space so that I can write here. And tear this, whoops, tear the whole thing apart, I guess. Tear the side. There we go. And this one I already know that I want what I want to talk about. And my pen's dying, but that's alright. If I need to trace that again, I can, but here we go. Now I'm going to ink the edges because that's my favorite. Okay. Now, one reason that I really dig making pages outside is I've got pages in my notebook or in my journal that are ugly. ugly, and I know I'm going to want to glue stuff too. But also because I don't need to worry right away about finding the perfect page or finding the perfect spot for the page. I can just make the page and figure the rest out later, and it kind of sometimes gives me forward momentum when I might feel stuck. And I was feeling a little stuck, and that's okay. So there. Now I've got plenty of room for writing, and I am going to do the thing my mom suggested because I do really like this page, and I do really want neat a neat effect. So I have some acetone from packaging that I have gotten. Whoop. Okay. So I'm just going to cut some out. Nope, I don't. Maybe. Nope, I don't. I want this. Okay, so I'm going to connect some dots for you. I just went into my head and was thinking maybe that I could use this piece and I could make something to cover the front here, maybe a picture or something like that, but I don't want to do that, so I'm not going to. Instead, I'm just going to take this and make sure that it's, you know what, I'm just going to try to make it even. Okay, I'm gonna eyeball it. There. So my mom suggested that I use my mom has used acetate like this. Sorry, I keep going into my head and I apologize. My mom has used acetate for pages with pictures on them to make pockets, and I think that's a really cool idea. And so this is a tuck that I'm making. Not 100% sure how this is going to work on plastic. No idea. Guess we'll find out. And yeah, no idea. Okay, so I guess we'll find out if this sticks, because I'm going to take this bucket of flowers and okay, take this thing of flowers because I really think it's cute and stick it on the outside and hope it sticks and stays. Ink, 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 because that's what I do. Ooh, I gotta clean the tip of my glue off if it's making that squeaking sound. Okay, so I liked that it said product of, and I wanted to keep that. And so now I've got this piece of acetate that's a tuck spot. And actually, because it's acetate, I'm going to round the corner here with my Crop-A-Dile from We Are Memory Keepers. This is a corner chomper, and it will make rounded corners by, yeah, that should work. Okay, so I want a 1/2 inch on here. So I'm chomping the corner. There, and now the corner is rounded, which is good because it's plastic and it was a little sharp previously. You can also take a sanding block and you can run it on the acetate and kind of make sure you pick up any burrs or sharp. Oh, that's a horrible sound, so I'm going to stop doing it on camera, but you can wear stuff down. You can cut the corners too if you want, and then wear it down. I won't do that again. I almost did it again. Not gonna. Okay, so now I've got this, and I've got a place that I can actually just tuck some papers in or some pictures in or something like that. And I think this page looks super cute. I'm very happy with it, and I'm going to, because I can never get enough, I am going to ink the edges. Ink, oh, it ripped. Which actually makes me happy. Then I'm going to be gluing it on a different page because if it ripped, that means that the other page will add support, the page that I glue it onto. Now, I'm not sure if this particular ink, I don't think it'll stay on the plastic. I do think I would need a different, like an archival kind of ink for that. Or, yeah, I think that's what it's called, archival ink. Which I do have, actually, but I have it in black, so. And I should have done it before if I was going to. So I have this. And then I have, well, now. I have this, and I can glue this right on here. Or not. I kind of like that, but I don't think I'm going to do it right now. But I can do this. This is what I'll do. Well, oh yeah, it's sticking great. I don't know if this will stick because this stuff is tricky to stick anyway. I'm having a little bit of a rough time with this, getting this lace to stay places. But I think this glue is pretty good. So we'll see. I should probably recap my glue too. If not, I can always come back and staple the lace on. But I'm trying to have this stick on its own, but I don't think it's good now. I'm trying to have as few staples in this as possible, to be honest. So we'll see. Nope, that is not happy. All right. Well, I've got this glue here, and I don't want to waste it, so ooh, ink it. There we go. It works quicker if I actually replenish. There we go. Okay, now it's inked. There we go. And that makes me happy too. I like that a lot. Okay, so remember how I wanted that one piece? And I didn't have it? Or I wanted that one piece, but it was too big, too much. I think I just figured out a solution. So what I'm doing right now is I am inking this, trying to figure out where I want to rip it so that I can get the edge too. Like that, get the edges all nice and pretty. Like there's more ink on the edges. Okay. I've got to get in the habit of sticking this between these two magnets. I keep misplacing my pin. Okay, so now I'm gluing a little bit, just a little bit of glue. And, oh yeah, I like that. There. And this is another good place where you could use one of those stamps that we made. That would be a fabulous place for a stamp. Okay, so when I want to use this page, I can use it and it's ready to go. And here's my template again. I think I'm gonna make one more. Let's see. You know what? I've got a bench page. So, well, I can save the bench anyway. Look at this. There we go. Okay, I'm going to flip it and I'm going to do the writing on the opposite side like I did before. There. And this is just a page from like a landscaping book. That I got at Goodwill before COVID. And now I'm just going to cut. So my pen didn't work as well as it could have, but I can see where it made a line, an indentation. even though it didn't right. There we go. Okay, I'm almost done. There we go. I'm done. So now I've got this pretty little flower garden area that I can definitely use. And I have this. Yes, I do. I have this. Okay. I have this. It doesn't need to be a pocket that fills the whole width, I'm telling myself. I tend to like my pockets to go to the edge of the page that it's on. Typically. I don't know why, it just feels more secure to me. Okay, so here is this. All right. All right. I like that. And I'm going to, do that. Wait a minute. I think we are going to, yep. I think this. Wait, do I want the pink one? I do like the pink. Okay, we're gonna leave the pink on. So this, and then I'm gonna round it a little bit. And it's not really gonna, like there's not a whole lot, yikes. More that I can do, I think, with this. I am glad I took my vellum out though okay, so now I'm going to staple. Okay. So I've got a bigger pocket now, but it's partially see-through. And that is pretty cool. And so I'm going to use my glue again. And I'm not going to go to the far edge. I'm going to bring the glue to the edge. Oh, this staple missed. Okay, well, awesome. All right, gluing it down anyway. Because now it's glued together, I hope. So now I can tuck stuff in there. And let's see. This will work. All right. What do I want to do here? I want to gesso up here for a lot of reasons. I gotta clean up my mess very soon. Yikes. So messy. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. I will clean up my mess. Oh, speaking of things that I will do and I've been promising that I would do, I have a list together of the links that I said that I would put underneath the video, and now I need to get to a computer or figure out a faster way to do it on my phone, because I'm going to have to find each link each time. I think I can use my I think I figured out how to do it. Like, I don't need to get into the details of it, but I think I figured out how to do it. But I'm just not 100% sure that it's going to work. So hopefully it will. And if not, then I will be near where my computer is again tomorrow. Okay. So I have a sponge brush, and that's what I'm going to use for this time. Okay. Just going to add a little, oops, forgot to do it on the thing. That's okay. So, because I just poured a ton of extra, so also I want to say, my animals have gotten into this and torn it. I've got my gesso on that paper, and it's gonna dry, and I hope it dries just as streaky as it is, because it kind of looks whitewashed, like I don't know, antiqued, I think. Anyway, so I think I figured out how to get the links under my videos set up. I just need to do it. But I've got everything written down that I'm going to put underneath each video. So I'm really just using this gesso, and I'm putting it on thicker in some places, I'm putting it on thinner in other places, not for any particular reason, but just because I like different depths of colorlessness, I guess, because it's gesso, so I'm taking the color out of it. And I like the way it looks. This I like a lot, because I saw somebody that used some of this and had it very, very light like this. That's what I was saying. Somebody used gesso and put like a decent amount on, so you really couldn't tell what the words were before. And usually, when I do it, I end up with plenty of words showing through. So I like this nice thick, because then the nice thick gesso, because then it kind of gives a clearer contrast when you have a nice sharp picture, I think, behind it. Okay. Do I? Yeah, kind of do. All right, and you know what? This one I am not going to... Oh, I like that. This one I am not going to ink. It's scandalous, I know, but I am not going to ink this. So I've just made 3, after this is done, I will have made 3 pages that will be ready for me to journal on them. I'll be able to stick big pieces of paper in here if I want to, you know, fold it up or whatever. Oh, this says dreams, and I know it's super blacked out, or super gessoed out, but I like it. It's ethereal, and if I make it stand alone, I can put it there. That looks forced. I think I'm gonna put it up here. Dreams. Yeah. Maybe. No, not there. Maybe there. Maybe. Ooh. Ooh. Right here. I like that. Okay, that's where it's going. Dreams is going up here, floating on the vellum. And I think that I am going to call it a day, and oh, you know what? I'm not. I am absolutely not, because I am going to make Okay, paper to go in here. Okay. And that won't take long. I just want to make something that I can put into this pocket so it's ready for me. You know what? I'm not going to use this one. I'm going to use a regular copy paper because that makes more sense. So I can write on the other side. Okay, regular copy paper. Come here, regular copy paper. Okay, this will work. This is coffee dried notebook paper, or white lined paper. Okay, so I am going to take this and I'm going to make it a half here. And I'm going to cut this. And this will give me a nice front and back to work with when I want to write. And oh, I have stamps. I have stamps that I just made. Let's see. Oh no, I made a bird, but I lost the beak. Seems to be missing on my bird. I don't know if this is gonna work, but we'll find out. Okay. So I've got a dragonfly stamp that I made out of a book cover that, ooh, that's nice and dark. My goodness. That I made out of a book cover that I was not going to use because my rabbit, Phoebe, who is my other craft buddy, and look, because this is bleeding through, I'm actually going to try to kind of mirror it so that you won't tell that they're bleeding through. So that I've got it on both sides, and hopefully you won't be able to, it'll look better. There, yeah, kind of looks shadowy. Okay, so there's that. And now I'm going to use this piece of, no I'm not, watch this. There. Now I've got that and it matches the paper that's going in here. And I'm going to pull the ink that I just put away out. And I'm going to ink the edges. And I did end on this one because I wanted it to pop more. I don't know if I regret that decision, but I can't really take it back unless I just, you know, ink it while it's on the paper. So I'm just going to roll with it this way. But I think I'll be able to write some words on it, so I think that'll be good. Maybe I'll just write across it. Who knows? Like across using this part too. That is a distinct possibility. So I'm not wicked worried about where I write, or how I write, or which direction I write in. Okay, so I've got this paper and it's been inked. Oops. Let's see. It's been inked on some of it. When you're inking a whole piece of paper that you're going to see the fronts and the backs of, it can take more time than you think to ink. Okay. And then, because I want to make this paper look like, I don't even know if I'm doing any of this on camera, but then because I want to make my paper look like it's been beaten, and I'm going to emphasize around the holes, but I'm also going to fold it the way I want it in my pocket. And this is how I want it in my pocket, so that you can see the butterflies. Hopefully I didn't glue my pocket shut. there. And so that's going to fit right in there. And the last thing I got to do is ink this. And this. And then I'm gonna open it up and ink the other side. Ink the other side. Kind of so it looks like it's been opened and closed and opened and closed a bazillion times. Add a little more emphasis near the this.